What's up, you beautiful chuds? 2025 is now over. It is officially a new year. 2026 is here. That's what this video is going to be about. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about 2025 and what a wild journey it was for Let's Talk Horror. I'm going to talk a little bit about 2026 as well. But more importantly, I'm going to be talking about you. I'm going to be talking about how important you are to Let's Talk Horror and my journeys through horror. You are so integral, and I want to talk about all that as well. But 2025, it was a really weird year, personally and with the channel. The channel itself, unfortunately, it didn't really, or hasn't, and doesn't really have to have the growth that I sort of thought it would by now. But I also understand a little bit more now. Now for doing this over 5 years, it's about really reasoning that and what you're putting out, is it really relevant to what you're getting back, and so on like that. So it's about trying to understand it all, and the more I do this, the more I sort of understand it. So although the viewership side of it, yeah, it sucks, I'm trying to figure that out a little bit more. So but on top of all of that, I had to take myself out of this game for a bit, because of personal stuff that fucking sucked, and life outside wasn't the greatest thing in the world. And I've documented that on the channel and on videos and stuff. If you know Let's Talk Horror, you know what happened. I don't need to go into it, but basically I had to take an unplanned hiatus from the show. I really didn't want to, because this is like therapy to me, and without it, I didn't know what was going to happen, but it had to happen. And quite honestly, the truth is that, and like I said at the time, when I came back, I honestly didn't know if it was something that was ever going to happen. I honestly didn't know if I was going to come back. But what got me through that time and to where we are now is you. I got so many messages, videos. People were talking about me and Let's Talk Horror in their own podcast, about the importance of Let's Talk Horror, and what I do and how I talk honestly and passionately about horror. They were doing this, and you were doing all of this. You were motivating me to not only want to come back, and continue this journey, but also you continue to motivate me to keep doing this. Doing this is not easy, and if you know Let's Talk Horror, you know that I do this all on my own. There is no one else. There's just me and Michael Myers, and he doesn't do anything. He can't edit. There's nothing he can do, but everything is me. I do not have people help me with promo. I do not have sponsors. I am a very, very small independent podcast that is completely out of this social algorithm, social acceptance world, where everybody is putting out stuff they really shouldn't, but yet that gets seen. But also people are putting out the same shit, and then the next person is doing the same shit, and then the person after that's doing the same shit. Before you know it, everybody's doing the same stuff, but because it's the same stuff, that's what's going around in this algorithm circle. And people like myself, who have small independent channels, we don't get seen, and that really sucks, because along this way over 5 years now, a lot of people who I've spoken to over the years have stopped their journeys, and they didn't want to. And like I've said a million times, that if I ever stop this journey, and I'll talk about that a little bit later, it won't be because I just don't want to do it anymore. It won't be because I want to stop. I love doing this, and I love talking about horror. I've been a lifelong fan of the horror genre. So the fact that now 2026, and I get to talk to people all over the world about it. And when I was a kid, I had no one to really talk to about it. And now the accessibility for me to do that is everywhere, and it's absolutely incredible. And I'm so thankful for that, and I'm so thankful for you for allowing me to do that, for you to continuing to be on this journey with me. It means the world to me, and it is the biggest motivator for me to keep going on this journey. No matter how over the 5 years so far, it has been super tough, and it can be very stressful, and sometimes there's not a lot that you can take from it that's enjoyable, because I'm not a big channel and I don't get the help, and it is just me trying to do as much as I possibly can. You make it a lot easier on me to do that because of how supportive you are of Let's Talk Horror. So as we move into 2026, of course, straight away for the start of the year, I just want to say a massive, massive thank you to all of you that continue to be on this journey through horror with me with Let's Talk Horror. It is so monumental to any success the show has. I've said that since the first episode, since day one. I always know and always knew that you are going to be the biggest part of all of this. And you trying to help build this Let's Talk Horror community is absolutely amazing. And I just want to continue it. And that's where we go with 2026. I want to do everything I can to make this the biggest and best year that Let's Talk Horror has. And I have said this on streams before that I think possibly that if something doesn't really happen this year with Let's Talk Horror in regards to just a little bit more, this journey for me has never been about making it. It's about having enough. And enough is not that lot, and not a lot for me to go, right, I want to keep doing this journey. And unfortunately, like I said, there's a lot of people who are doing a lot of stuff that is the same as everybody else, and they're getting projected, pushed in that journey that they're going on, and that's great. But there are some people that once again aren't in this algorithm world where you get left behind. And that's sort of how I feel very often with Let's Talk Horror. And I really don't want that. Not just for me, but I don't want that for a lot of people that I speak to, that I have conversations with, that feel like sometimes they're getting left behind. And we don't want that. And I don't want that for them. And I don't want that for Let's Talk Horror. So 2026, I want to try and make the biggest year that we've ever had. And how do we do that? Well, first of all, it once again continues with you. Whenever I am posting an episode, whether it's the video versions or the audio versions, whether I'm posting videos or anything like that, there are obviously people that are watching it, and it means the world to me. But if you are somebody that enjoys it, the way that we continue to grow Let's Talk Horror is by literally simply you sharing it on. That is going to be such a huge, huge thing for Let's Talk Horror in 2026. Whatever I'm putting out, if you enjoy it, just share it on. It is just, even Instagram now, they've got the repost button or anything like that. If you see it, you enjoy it, repost it, share it, rate, review it on any podcast platform. The more that you can do to make other people aware of what Let's Talk Horror is, the bigger for 2026, the bigger the year that we can have for Let's Talk Horror, but also the bigger we can do to grow this community with Let's Talk Horror, because that's what it's all about. It's called Let's Talk Horror because I want to talk about horror, but I want to talk about horror with as many of you in this incredible horror community as I possibly can. And we can do that, but obviously we need to get Let's Talk Horror out there. So if you enjoy what I'm putting out there, then just share it on, whether it's a post, whether it's just retweeting it or reposting it, whether it's in a story on Instagram or whether it's on X or TikTok or wherever it is, because we're on bloody all of them. Share it on. Really, truly do everything you can to help me continue my journey through horror that I truly love being on, and I don't want to stop it. But when it comes to the end of the year, if it is pretty much where we are now, then it all becomes about, is it really worth it? And I don't want to get to that point where I'm really sort of thinking that, because I want to continue having these amazing conversations. And I really, truly hope that the conversations, the videos, anything that I'm putting out, you really, really enjoy. Talking about building the community. So Let's Talk Horror, we do have Patreon. A lot of people don't know Patreon or what it is or what we have. Patreon is basically a platform where you can go and show your support and go above and beyond to show your support for people creating content that you enjoy. I'm not just talking about Let's Talk Horror. I'm talking about anybody out there that is creating something, whether it's a YouTube channel or a podcast or something like that. They might have a Patreon where you can go and show your support to them. But also with Patreon, you get loads of really cool exclusives, and that is something that I'm going to be working on a little bit more on with Patreon this year. So if you've ever thought to yourself, oh, I'd like to, there's a movie that I've seen, I'd like to see what BP thinks about this movie, well, I'll be very honest about it, and I will be. I have a thing on Patreon that I've been doing for a while called the Creeps Choice Episodes, which is where my creeps, my honorary creepazoids that are there already, they pick me a movie, I watch it and pretty much do a review of it straight away, and then do a little bit of editing, and then I pop it on Patreon. But it only goes on Patreon, and I'm going to try and do a lot more of that as well this year. So if you want to know more about that, head over to patreon.com, or the link will probably in the description somewhere. I don't know if I can figure out how to do it, but it'll be there. And have a look. And what it would be is that it's another way, and another great way to help build communities on a sort of a small level of something that people are enjoying. So if you're enjoying Let's Talk Horror, it's another way you can go above and beyond to help me on my journey. And as I said, you get loads of really cool exclusives and more that I'm going to be working on throughout the year. I'm already working on ones behind the scenes at the moment. And of course, at the moment on there's Creeps Choice episodes. You get a shout out on every podcast and so on like that. Go and have a look if you want to. But it doesn't change anything in regards to what Let's Talk Horror is. The episodes still come out as they are. It still continues to be free, because that's what all of this is as well. I don't get paid for doing this. I never have, so it would be lovely, but I've never been monetized. I've never been paid for doing Let's Talk Horror, as much as I would love to, especially for the hours and hours that I put into doing it. I don't get anything for it, so it would be lovely to, but it ain't happening, right? So Patreon is, as I said, a way that you can really help me on my journeys through horror. As well as that, I am going to do everything I can to put some more videos on YouTube. I know that I neglect it quite a lot, but it's one of those things where I have very little time, and I want to do more, and my intention is to always do more and more and more. And if I could, I would do more podcast episodes. I would put out videos every single week. But I can't. I've got a full-time job. I've got my family that I want to spend as much time as possible with. It's difficult for me to find the time to want to do more as much as I want to. I really want to do more, but I need to. If I'm going to get any more viewership, I need to do more. So I'm going to try my best to do some more videos this year and get more of consistency for YouTube. I don't know what those videos are going to be. They might be more reactions, they might be more reviews, they might be, videos about certain directors or movies or topics of horror. I don't know, but we'll figure it out as we go. But as I said, it's all about trying to do what I can to create the biggest year for 2026 for Let's Talk Horror, that I truly want you to be on this journey with me. But it's also about, for those of you that may see this video and have never been on this journey with me, you haven't started it because you don't know what Let's Talk Horror is. But there's no better time than now to be on this journey with me. If you're somebody that loves horror, if you like podcasts, if you have subscribed to YouTube channels or whatever, if you love people talking very honestly, very passionately about something, a topic that you enjoy, such as horror, you will love the Let's Talk Horror channel. And I'm somebody that I've got like a imposter syndrome. I think that everything that I do is shit. Unfortunately, that's the way that my brain works. But there are a few things that I'm really, really proud of in regards to like what I do and what I put out there. And I genuinely do believe in Let's Talk Horror, and I genuinely do believe in the conversations that we're having. They are chaotic, they are fun, but as I said, they are, more importantly, some of the most honest and passionate conversations out there that I think anyone is having in podcasts, not just about horror, just in general, because I am somebody that, deep to the core of me, in my heart, whatever's there, is I truly love horror, and it means the world to me. So for those that have been on this journey with me, as I said, thank you so much. To those that haven't been on this journey and don't know what Let's Talk Horror is, please start now, because there's no better time, because I'm going to be trying to do in 2026 more and more, and the best I possibly can, to bring out more horror related content. You know, the movies themselves of 2025 was a wild year, and I think a lot of people liked it a lot more than what I did. And of course, I've still got the Let's Talk Horror Awards, which I try and do most years. I've still got that to come out. I've got to do that and put that out there, and then you'll learn a little bit more about how I feel about 2025 as a year, sort of in total. But we're not there anymore. We're now in 2026, a brand new year. And this year, I need your help more than ever. And that's the absolute honest truth. I can continue to record. I continue to spend hours editing and doing promo and not getting paid for it and not getting any help for it. You are the biggest help I can ask for, not just in regards to sharing it on and making the show, and getting some more viewership for the show, which I really, truly hope it gets. But you are a huge motivator, a massive, massive motivator for me to continue this journey through horror that I love. So, happy New Year to everyone. I hope 2026 is the best year that you'll ever get to have in, well, not ever, hopefully 2027, 28, and so on gets better. But I hope 2026 is an amazing year for all of you. And keep supporting independent channels, whether it's YouTube, keep supporting independent podcasts. You might find just because you've got the ones out there that are big channels and they might have millions or thousands of subscribers and they have loads of people on their live streams, it doesn't mean that there isn't any independent channels or podcasts that might not be that might be as good as what they're doing, if not better. It's just because those people haven't been found yet. And I really hope that 2026 is a year that we can do everything we can to help people find Let's Talk Horror, to join us in this Let's Talk Horror community, and we can have an amazing time. But as I said, Happy New Year, and I'll speak to y'all soon. Stay creepy, fuckers.